need you. Oh, I love you, love you. I do need you, need you. I do love you, love. I do need you. I love you, love you. I do need you. Oh, I love you, love. I do need you.
And hello everybody and welcome to Champions League. This is game 3 of tonight. Two very big teams. Yet again, I know I say this a lot, but all these teams are big to me. Infinity Creative versus Galactic. Two teams with not a lot to really back them up other than the really big name of Dairy Cow being very popular in the Discord. So, a lot of nameless faces, a lot of nameless people. Let's see if we can maybe see some people start to make a name for themselves in this first game. What do you think, Goofin?
Speaking of Nameless, great segue there. Speaking of Nameless, hi, I'm here trying to get my get back from yesterday, but again, seeing these two teams, Infinity Creative and Galactic, tonight in the lobby, uh, we just have to expect and anticipate something new, something amazing, something awesome, something breathtaking, truly, from these players, as neither team is an established org and or an established team from prior seasons. We have seen players around the league. For example, Derrickau, for example, Bolthand. I personally have had good runnings in with Derrickau through something known as the Daddy Files. More about that will surely be on Shadow Dweller's plate. But that's hopefully he proves himself to be past those. But I guess we can get underway here, right?
Definitely, as we see the players start to hit the field, it looks like we're going to have the orange team, who is going to be Infinity, blue is going to be Galactic. Watch both of these teams here, as we're going to have an astonishing, hopefully, series. I hope it comes out to be a real nail biter, is my hopes here.
My hopes are the same, and as kickoff approaches here with Derrickau, nobody going for the ball. Corona trying to go back. Unfortunate flip there, NBC Scrap on the ball now. Pop down by Flo, goes to the corner here. Scrap back on the ball, up to nobody. Derrickau lurking on the backboard. At least he hit the ball this time, unlike, those other mentions again in the Dairy Files. Now we have Psycho Bomb with a unfortunate bounce there off the post and unable to follow. There
Oh!
was Scrub. Nobody up for it again. Double flip reset. And he puts it up again above Corona there with a nice flip reset double from nobody, the season 21 Grand Champ.
Good aggression here coming out straight off the bat here from Team Galactic. Doing a great job of keeping that pressure here onto Team Infinity. Hurting them a little bit here. Hopefully we can see come a little bit more out of Infinity, but only time will tell here, as we got Corona putting a shot on Psycho, not allowing that to go by. Then we have Psycho keeping with the ball, getting bumped by Corona a little bit, but he gets the demo on the flow, as now it looks like we're playing a really aggressive game from the blue, but Dairy Cow gets past everyone. Can he put it in? No, nobody's there to get the touch right before Flo's about to put it in, but Corona also missing a lot of crossbars coming out here, not being able to quite put it on target. A little bit of a miscommunication here. Psycho bumps his teammate, but now they're starting to push it out of their net, but Corona gets a shot on target and puts it in. Pass by Flow Business. Great play coming out here from Infinity to tie up the game with only a minute down in this first game.
Beautiful shot here by Corona. Actually, fun fact, the lowest rated player on the field for tonight. Of course, Infinity Creative does have Drew the Jew in their roster as well, who is a 124 rating, but he has not been fielded tonight from the looks of it. Now we move on to the action again. Flow Business on the ball. Challenge by Scrap. Psycho Amp. Oh, unfortunate pop in there. Nobody got here together. Derrickau up to challenge. Nice pop by him. Maybe a double. No. Unfortunate Flow Business on. Around, but Scrap gets there. Nobody. Now Corona. Again, a good performance from Corona here. Seeing that low rating player go out there and not be afraid of contributing to the team is such a beautiful sight to have in matches. As usually those players are kind of afraid, kind of sat back, kind of like a small backpack in the latter end of the field here. But as we get back into the action, Flow Business round 1, round 2, almost Corona there for the unlucky. Nobody takes that back. Derrickau now gathering slowly on the backboard. Scrap there for the 50 over him. Psycho Bomb. Derrickau again into nobody. The ball is kind of going back and forth in the corner here. Flow Business may be able to get it out finally. A nice 50 again from Scrub there. Flow Business crossbar. Nobody gets there. Derrickau pop up. Two players flailing for that.
Miscommunicate.
Exactly. Two players flailing for that. Psycho Bomb composed enough to stay down there. Corona now. the demolition by Scrub from the back on Corona, sending him back to the respawn lane. Derek Howe now with the setup from the side, gets it 2-1 for Team
Great run.
Infinity Creative.
Definitely here. Really great read there for Derek Howe to be there in that positioning as his team gets a really good 50 to just put him and set him up for success here. But again, very equal match so far as we see both teams going blow for blow. Great defense, great offense coming out of both ones, and it's really just who makes a mistake first. And right now, it would seem that our Team Infinity here has been making less mistakes than the other. So hopefully we can see that change, but maybe not. Derek Howe now taking the ball back up top. Psycho there for the 50. No one challenges that. Gets a bump onto the wall, but the wall's still on there of Corona. That again, that low rank playing a great aggressive third man. Then we have the shot over to NS. NS not able to connect. Corona now with the ball again. NS goes for the 50, but Derek Howe right there to read it. Passes it down. Psycho does not get the touch. It's now on backboard. Now we have nobody getting a good shot there, but Flow Business ready for the read. Psycho keeping it low. Great read there by Psycho. Then we have Scrub almost getting a shot on, not able to quite get that shot on though, as now Flow has full possession. It's going to carry it from the air. Fakes out nobody, but Psycho is there to capitalize off that fake. Psycho now getting it past Derry, trying to get it past Corona, but Corona just has that boost over him. Corona now taking the ball towards mid. Nobody gets flicked over, but Scrub there to save the ball. Flow Business now trying to hit it back to his teammate of Derry Cow. Derry not being able to hit it, but Flow right behind it to keep it out of their net. Nobody trying to pass it to his teammate in mid. Psycho's going to go for the catch. Catches it again, tries to go over Corona. Does a little bit, but too high up. But nobody puts the shot on, but Derry Cow there for the save. Psycho now trying to read this. Gets beat by Corona. Corona looking for a shot. Not able to get it as Scrub hits it. Now Derry Cow back on the wall. Doesn't get past nobody though, as we keep going down on this fight, back and forth, back and forth.
Exactly, and we see here Infinity Galactic Infinity Creative, pardon me, kind of struggling back in their own health, being smothered by Galactic. Caster Curse be not. Galactic unfortunately concedes another goal here. An unfortunate, what was it, a double commit here? Oh, a bump into a teammate bump here, supplied by Flow. I mean, with this happening, anything at this point can happen in this match. You have a nice pull shot into a different opponent to get a different pump again for a nice send into net. Almost another change in score there, courtesy of Flow, but nobody gets to it. Psycho pump now, Derry with the dunk, and it's top cheddar. Ooh, I'm seeing a nice development here from Infinity Creative. The team really clicking in tonight's matchup.
Definitely seeing both of these teams duking it out. We're definitely seeing Infinity doing a great job of taking advantage of the momentum and just scoring goal after goal, driving that dagger deeper, as we only have 8 seconds now on the clock here. Not really much that you can do here if you're Team Galactic. Galactic doesn't have much of a shot here, so game one is going to go to Infinity. But it was very close still. It was a lot of aggression from both teams and stuff, just some miscommunication and things like that. It is game one though, so a lot can still happen, as we could have possibly up to 4 more games happen here.
Exactly, minor mistakes can happen. Again, Team Galactic this might be their first official session together. This might, with their captain Bolton out of the picture, the team cohesion might be lacking a little. Suffice to say, the players are looking good tonight. Nobody with 1 goal. All of them above at least that 100-point, 200-point mark on the score sheet. We have an exciting series to look forward to. Hopefully it does not end in as drastic a format as some of the series before have ended. Maybe we'll even see another upset in week 1, for example, with the first matchup of Metal Turtles and or Nameless Esports against Bloom, where Bloom somehow against all odds took the win in that series. Now, as we let our players rest, we'll slowly get into Game 2. What are your expectations to see in Game 2? Do you think they will get their composure up there in the Team Galactic roster?
I definitely think they can. Looking at their play, there wasn't many points. They started flailing towards the end a little bit, but I think that was just because they were flailing because they're like, we don't have much time. We're down by 2. We need to get some goals going, and that caused some mistakes and that caused some goals to happen to them. But I think they can definitely pull this around. They've shown that they're a really great team. We just need to see them finish, and we need to see them not like flail under that pressure and just keep playing their aggressive game. And we do see a substitute come out. Bolton coming in for Flow. Or not for Flow, I can't
who was
remember who it was.
NBC Scrub.
Yes,
the
Scrub,
NSBC
Scrub.
Scrub, yes. That would be the substitution here. Bolton again. I might have jinxed it here again. Castle Curse working its magic tonight, where I said that they might be lacking their captain, but they might be lacking a little bit more as Flow puts one on net and in net as well after an unfortunate pop off the wall by Sucker Pump over nobody.
Definitely.
Do you think
Flo
the
being
captain?
yeah. I was just gonna say Flo being that second man is doing a great job of playing just as aggressive as Derry and doing about as good as Derry is. So it's very nice to see that this team is meshing very well on the on the Galactic side, or on the Infinity side.
Oh, definitely. Infinity is a stacked roster here. You have one of the highest drafted players, I believe, in Derricow against one of the lowest drafted players in Krona, who actually gets a fantastic save just now off the crossbar. There, Krona able to follow into Bolton, unable there, but Derricow gets the touch. Flow Business may be able to follow off this one. Gets over Psychopalm, Bolton to the side, nobody to carry. No, gets a bump onto Flow Business though. Bolton can corral over Krona, gets a nice touch onto the sidewall. Psychopalm beating Flow. Ball up in the air in the corner of Infinity Creative. Krona there. Derricow there to follow. A nice pop into midfield. Psychopalm. Krona it just gets above his head and Psychopalm puts it in to tie the game. 1-1.
A good shot there by Psycho, putting that right on target and getting it above Corona. Nobody there just in case if Corona did manage to get high enough for that to get the double off of him. So very good play there, really good communication. Let's hopefully see some more of that and keep this game close. As we see now, Bolton's going to take the ball. Going against Derry, trying to get that 50. Derry misses, and Psycho taking the advantage of that, getting a quick second goal, putting them in the lead of Game 2. Bolton doing a great job there, faking Derry cow out as Psycho just came in to finish the job, putting that hatchet in.
The captainship substitution might be coming in handy here, as we've seen Bolton and Psychopump link up for the second time, and Derek Ownell gets an opportunity off the kick out, but Psychopump is there to block around Flow Business, not getting the touch over there. Krona, Derricow up with it, was an auto boost though, nobody. Trying to get the touch here from Krona, Bolton cuts in. Nobody off the corner, maybe, Dewey. Unlucky, but a nice scale down for Psychopump and Bolton. A team pinch, maybe, power of friendship on the CL field. 137 kph team pinch by Psychopump and Bolton. My god.
Might have been the captain switch that they needed, as they are now playing in motion and playing greatly right now. Playing those team plays, playing those passes, that pinch play right there. They're playing like a team right now, and we see it yet again. Bolton putting it on the backboard. Derricow though, hitting it back, getting a demo on Psycho, but nobody there to stop that ball from going anywhere. Bolton now up for it. Bolton getting a good touch, trying to go for the read. Not able to read that, as now Derry going to take it, but hits over to Flo. Psycho keeping on it with nobody as well on top of that. Psycho goes for the shot and the demo, but what a save coming out of Flo here. Nobody with no boost, not able to do a lot, but Bolton gets the carry off of Derry and screws Derry up on his landing. Gets hit back onto the blue half as Psycho tries to get a good hit, not able to, as Flo is there to commit. Flo though misses the ball, giving Psycho the ball back. Psycho passing down to nobody. Nobody taking that ball, hitting it towards mid a little bit. Derry not enough boost to do anything with it. Well, likes to land on the ground. Psycho putting the shot up, or not, putting a little too high on that top bins there. Nobody hitting off to the side, and the demo coming out of Flo onto Bolton. Really back and forth play right now, just that consistent, ooh, almost a crazy shot from nobody. But yeah, that back and forth play is really coming out here. I definitely say that at least. And a goal coming out of nobody, burying the hatchet deeper.
Lovely play there by nobody, reading that backboard play here. Derek out just missing it over the top here. And the series is a runaway game. We're matching the score from the previous game here. Do you think that Infinity Creative can play it back through the means of Daddy, maybe even through the means of Corona and their companionship with Flow?
I think there's a chance, but right now, I'd say Galactic is doing a great job of not letting Derry do anything with the ball. Pre-jumping him, making sure he's demoed, just not giving him enough time with the ball to make any play happen. And that's exactly what you want to do. They're playing exactly how you should against a team that's relying on a high elo player like Dairy Cow.
Exactly, and when talking about Daddy Cows and demos in the same sentence, we hopefully won't see another play here from Daddy Cow where he is left alone on defense, screaming for his mama. But hey, no one knows that's alleged. Hey, don't kill the caster here. Just trying to provide a little in that internet rivalry here between Galactic and Infinity Creative. Those who know what happened and what I'm referencing. It has been in the Champions League.
You're
No,
just
how?
the messenger.
Exactly, don't shoot the messenger here. I'm just a pigeon carrying that little envelope on his leg. But as we get here into the action again, nobody up for that. Again, a second touch. Corona able to get it back into the wall. Bolton up now. Nice challenge there by Corona. Nobody in, and there's no one to contest it. Nobody gets a
Whoa.
nice read onto that shot and slots it bottom corner.
Nobody, not letting them go even remotely as he just keeps putting shot after shot in. This team captain change honestly was probably the play here because we're seeing a lot better team out of Galaxy completely snuffing out Derry before he can make anything happen.
Exactly. Now, do we think, here, chat, everyone here, Blitz, do we think that we'll see something similar happen on the other side of the pitch with Infinity Creative switching to maybe even their lower rated player, or maybe completely restructuring their roster, which is currently fielded with a substitution from Frosty himself?
Oh.
Maybe not needed as we see Flow get one to at least have a nice dignified game here. 6 seconds until the clock strikes 0.
Definitely, and as you were saying earlier, I don't think we'll see much of a change here. Is Corona, for his rank, is doing a great job of playing that third man. I think they're doing a good job. They just need to find a way to keep Derry in the plays instead of out of them. Get a little bit better on the rotates, get a little bit better comms and stuff. I think if they can clean that up, that they could be a really strong team here. But again, like I said, Derry was just getting snuffed out by this team with demos and bumps and just boost stealing. I mean, they were doing everything in their power to keep Derry on the ground, which is where you do not want Derry. Derry, you want him up in the air.
Yeah, exactly, you want Dere to be in his element as much as you can here. But now I'm going to take a little segue here into chat. The series score is tied 1-1, isn't it? Right?
Yes,
We
it is
had
currently
Infinity
tied
take
1-1.
game 1. Yes. Exactly, we
Game-
had Infinity take game 1, so it turned up to that 4-1 in their favor,
Correct.
and now 5-2 for Galactic. And second little segue, Funky. That is indeed true. I will not say more. Now, as we move on
Oh,
to
guys,
game 3.
he's gassing himself. He's gassing himself that he's 6'9".
Oh no, actually, you know what? You know what? Those who want to find out will find out. Anyway,
The
shape or form.
server
But I've been,
died. Rest in peace, server.
yeah, we sadly have to get a new game queued here.
But as we do have the time, let's ask the real question everyone's thinking about. Is Oofin actually 4'11"?
Man, the Los Angeles Lakers would
Chat?
love you, and the Lakers need a center. At least that's been the meme. Am I 4'11"?
Yeah, chat.
Well,
Chat,
possibly.
guys. Put your thoughts in the chat. Is he 4'11" or 6'9"? We wanna. If I could get a poll going, I would get a poll going.
I feel like knowing the spirit of the league here, 4'11" will be taking the cake in the poll.
It's okay. I'm a
Just
5
know.
foot shorty. He's 4'11".
Knowing the players here.
Definitely seems like 411 is the one that is currently the winning solution here. We are making we
Yes,
are doing a remake scrub, yes. We are just waiting for the server info to be posted again.
it should be up. Should, but
Should be
no,
up
the
when it's
players are already demanding. The players are
it's
already
the
demanding
same
another game.
same
Exactly.
pass and user, by the way. Here we go as we have our players flooding back in here now. All right, what do we see? What do we want to see from Dairy Cow's team of Infinity to see them come back up and get another win under their belt?
That's a very good question. I think they should find a way to mitigate pressure distributed on Derek Howe's head. He has not been able to perform the way he wants to, the way he surely wants to for his team and for himself personally. I think he's just been in way too many like close quarter situations where he doesn't have the ball, or he's just awkward in a sense where they might gently misrotate. And I think bringing that cohesion from game one we saw back into
Definitely.
this game here 3 should aid them a little.
100% here as we have the game starting to go here. Some pressure coming on from this orange team. Same team, no changes to the roster this time around for either teams. Actually, no, we do have Scrub coming back in this time for... Oh, who was it that he was playing with?
That's a very good question. We've both been watching, both been casting. It has been Psychopomp, who's left the lobby
Psycho,
pre-game.
yes. So very interested to see how this roster change will affect their gameplay here. So we do have a 0-0 game so far. We do have the ball currently in Bolton's hand, but quickly swept away by Derry. Derry now actually passing over to Corona. Corona keeping up on it, but Scrub now going up for the ball, hitting it towards the mid. Is any of his teammates able to get there? Bolton almost putting that in the back of the net. Not quite able to, though. Nobody now up for a clean shot into the upper part, top bins. Easy goal for nobody.
I mean, hey, we saw Team Infinity Creative get a little more aggressive. We saw some demos, we saw some bombs, we saw some strategic positioning, but Team Galactic is just unstoppable right now with their newfound chemistry here. I do feel like this team here will at least make it interesting this game, seeing the new approach of Infinity Creative being a little head first, 10 toes in. But here we have a nice clear from Flo.
Oh!
Is it in? No. The ricochets off the post. NBC Scrub able to collect now. Corona gets over him. Derek out last in position to save. Gets a nice pop out. No one there to collect from the opposing team. A little teammate involved collision there as NBC Scrub dives into, who was it, Bolton. Derek out now, challenging, misses. Corona there to collect. Full business just bumped by Scrub. Scrub pops it up. Flow business there, nobody bumps. Corona with possession now, taking it slow, dribbling. Ooh, nice. Derek out takes it up the wall. Maybe we'll see him in his element again. Scrub to challenge. One flip reset gets shelled by Scrub. Flow business on. Corona now, and ooh, a nice demo on Scrub there. Nobody there to collect. Derek out up. Flow business on again here, taking it to his side. No one up. Scrub on low boost here, not able to get up there, but that's a bad pass over to nobody who can't do really much with it. Flow business again, maybe able to collect from Bolton here. Derek out pressuring the blue team with a nice shot from Flow on business.
And Flo is definitely on business right now, doing a great job of keeping that pressure on for this orange team. As again, Dairy Cow not quite performing the way we would expect him to be, but still 2.5 minutes left. Let's see if he can maybe start to get a little more pressure in with his team. Dairy Cow actually might just put this in the net. Barely bounces off there. Corona trying to get the shot. Flow business following behind, but nobody gets the save. Scrub following behind to keep that out of their net. Great play there coming out of Galactic. Galactic now trying to take it up the wall. Trying to 50 Corona. Corona keeping it on the wall, but nobody getting that 50 onto Derry. Scrub now up for this, trying to pass it center. Waterfalls it down to his teammate. Bolton almost able to put that in, but not quite able to. Nobody now on the ball. Corona trying to get a bump. Nobody beats Derry, but Who was that tried to connect? I think that was not Scrub, but that was Bolton that tried to connect.
Exactly, yes, Bolton and or nobody. At this point, they're just like flashes of blue light, how fast they're moving up and down the pitch. Bolton now taking the ball again. Krona. Nobody again. Blown business. Ooh, just around Scrub, unable to put that in, but able to take it up the wall. Unfortunate bounce there. Back to Derek. Krona. Bolton able to collect, leaving it for nobody. A little miscommunication there. Bolton off the wall. A little small tap down to flow business. Nobody now on the ball. A little small miscommunication there, I think, between Derikau and Krona on who's going to go back and who's going to follow up, and Flow almost getting that bounce from the ceiling onto the net. Krona, flow business. Nice shell there by Bolton, getting the save, Scrap clearing it into the corner, and affording them a little breathing room here for Team Galactic as Bolton takes it on to the other side of the pitch.
Oh,
Nice challenge there
saves
from
his
nowhere.
Definitely there, seeing these two teams. Oh, and we get a shot from Flow Business. Flow is definitely on business. Now putting a second shot in the back of Galactic's net here, creating a 2-1 lead for Infinity with only 45 seconds on the clock. We need to see some pressure start to come out of Galactic if they want to win this third match to take that advantage in the series. As we have the ball now, Scrub passing it up to Nobody. Nobody not able to get high enough. And then we got Nobody catching the ball here. Getting a touch over to mid. Bolton keeping it in that middle position. Nobody's going to try to go for it, but a little miscommunication as Scrub and Bolton both go for the ball. Derricow was there just to save it though, but now he has no boost. Scrub taking that mid boost from him. Nobody now taking it up the wall. 20 seconds on the clock here. They're going to have to do something now if they want to bring this into overtime. Scrub gets a good punch, but Derricow there is there to hit it back. Flow Business gets it past him, and does Corona get there in time? No, he doesn't, but there's only 9 seconds on the clock. We got a shot. Oh, we got a shot on goal! Taking advantage of the triple commit and the 3 people on their half, and they do with a great pass from Bolton over to Scrub, putting that in the back of the net.
A beautiful pass here to hopefully force it into an overtime stanza. Maybe we'll even get some for the content here, folks, in the overtime. But hey, 4 seconds on the clock. Derry on the ball. Unable to get there. Nobody. Derry maybe with the pinch off the ceiling. Scrab headed to collect. Maybe some 0-second magic to be had. But no, we head into the first overtime of this series. There you go. Scrab on the kickoff there. Flow Business collects. Going up, dribbling. Over 1, over 2. Ooh, almost gets the bump on Bolton. Bolton saves down to Krona. There you go, collects, bangs, but that does not go anywhere as Scrap collects Krona with the 50. There you go, challenging one. Go ahead.
Okay. Great play there coming out from Scrub, but as we continue here, Flow Business getting the bump onto Scrub, Scrub not able to get it, trying to pass out to the side, Corona there to read that. Bolton's going to go up for the 50, a little miscommunication between Corona and Derry, making this a 1v something against the net. It gets put up there, Flow Business able to get it, Scrub stopping it there, Nobody gets it over Derry. Does he put it in? But no, Corona there playing a great third man. Again, that is the worst seed on this field right now, and he's still doing a phenomenal job. Bolton now taking that ball, but Derry able to read, and the accidental own goal coming out of Nobody. How unfortunate there to end game 3.
That has to be crushing for Nobody's self-esteem for at least the minute of cooldown we have here, and for the Galactic team, having played such a tight, close game and having it end on such an unfortunate bounce off the crossbar back into their own defender. That has to be just a bit soul-crushing. I know if that happened to me, I would be in shambles for the next at least 10 seconds afterwards. Hopefully they're able to bounce back and take this series back into a nice winnable game 4 for them. Of course, we're hoping for the better team to win. We're not trying to, the script is over there with Shadow Dweller. We do not have the script here. So we do not know how today goes, but we're hoping for at least one of the teams to come out on the winning side here. Unless both teams can win somehow. I think there is a way to find a nice middle ground win. What do you think would be a win-win scenario here for either team, where one takes the action? Go ahead.
I honestly think it's already a win-win. Galactic here, obviously not really trying to win here necessarily, but trying to see what their best team comp is. So I think even if Galactic loses the series, they win by gaining so much knowledge of how their different players play together as a team. Because as we see, nobody left, and I almost half expect to see who was it in the first match that got subbed out?
Psycho. That would be Psycho.
Psycho. So yeah, they're gonna bring Psycho in, trying every team comp to see what they get the best results with. So honestly, I think Galactic's winning even if they lose here.
Yeah, well said. I think that's the best takeaway here, as we've seen them and only them switch their rosters up as many times as they have. Now this would be the third substitution, I'm guessing here, with one happening each game so far. Going with a nice defensive play there. Do you think they need to switch out Bolton again to maybe give maybe give Infinity Creative a better chance at winning?
I don't think that's necessarily the case because as Bolton as the captain might be the glue of this team, honestly, that keeps this team together pacing wise and making sure that nobody's overcommitting and things like that, and you know, telling their mistakes. But at the end of the day, I guess we'll just have to see how these games play out to debate who should be playing in and who should be playing out. I will say Bolton has been doing a great job, though. I think for the most part, everybody on this team has been doing a great job, and I can see most of their team comps working in most games. So again, I think this is just really important for that information, as we almost have a shot coming out on back of net by Psycho. But yeah, I think it's good for information and just to get a good idea of what your team's going to feel like in the season. And it also keeps your opponents guessing, because if you're, you know, if you're switching around every time, your opponents will never know what you're going to bring out until the actual season starts.
Good point here, but at some point, interrupted here by Terikau's nice little collection of the ball, corralling it in, of a misplay here by Bolt, and not able to get a touch on it after a unfortunate encounter with his own defenseman. Maybe we're seeing the first signs of fallout for Team Galactic with their first. Maybe I'm just, you know, assuming here, and that's making. And I'm not going to finish that phrase for the sake of keeping a rating. But we might be seeing a team composition that has its weaknesses, has its weak link here with the unfortunate, again, happenstance there, but Psychopomp is trying to make up for it with a nice offensive attempt, smothered by Team Infinity Creative's defense. Psychopomp on the ball, flow, now Bolton able to defend, nice pop off the backboard, Krona. Team Galactic low on boost except for Scrub here, Scrub clears, Derikau able to corral. Oh no, actually Scrub gets it past him, an unexpected fast shot past Derikau into the net, tying the game back up to 1-all.
Great play by Scrub there to just play that speed that he had against Derry and to just barely nudge it past him. Honestly, great idea and great play. As we now continue to watch here, Derry Cow is going to elect to take it up the wall a little bit. Bolton on it, but Flo ready for that save. Psycho getting the 50 on the Flo to disrupt his flow, but doesn't fully disrupt him now, as Psycho is now going to pass this towards mid. Psycho goes for the lower touch, but Krona reading that perfectly there. Flo and Krona getting a little bit of a pinch with Bolton. Scrub now taking the ball, is now currently mid. Derry Cow up for it, does get the touch. Psycho there for the save. Corona putting it over, and Bolton getting it past that third player. Derry Cow back up in the air here, trying to put this in their net, but not able to do it. Corona now trying to put this up in their net, and he just might, and he perfectly sets up Derry to put it in to give them the lead here in game 4. Great play by Corona to really give Derry an easy shot.
The patience from Krona there with the simple pop over the Team Galactic defenseman there, making it available for Derikau to come in and do what he does best, which is finish balls in nets. It's just, you can see the synergy really coming into play here as the teams get used to each other on the field. Now with the high power, Flobit is able to collect.
Oh,
there we go. Scrub,
almost
Derikau back. Bolton, flow on business, able to clear. Psychopomp. Derek able to collect here over 1, over 2, no, Scrub clears it. Derek a little double commit on the defensive side. Corona gets to salvage it, bolt end, clearing off the wall. NBC Scrub going for the demo, works out in their favor, but Derek is able to clear. It's like a bump now on the ball. Flow on business, and that's just a nice setup there by Derikau with that pop off the corner around Scrub, who was able to collect the 100 boost but was not able to collect the defensive esteem there.
Definitely there, and as we saw, I think that was Psycho that tried to go for the save as well and was just not able to make it in time. Get a good kickoff here though for Darius. Flow now is going to read this, keeping it up in the air, almost gets the flip reset, but Bolton's making sure to stop that short. Bolton now has a chance here to put it on backboard, and he does. Psycho is not able to get that in. We do get a scrub shot, but saved by Flow, and then we get another shot coming out by Psycho, not able to put that in their net though. Psycho putting it on backboard again. Corona there to read, but it's going to waterfall down, but what a save by Corona. Great plays coming out here from both teams here. They are down 2 right now. They're going to need to get some momentum to stay in here, or this might be a 3-1 finish. So we do see Psycho hitting it towards that mid net. We got Flow now going for the boost and going to bring the ball up the wall, but we do get a chow there by Psycho. Scrub now trying to get the ball, not able to. Flow now taking the ball downfield, but Bolton there to keep that on the orange half and keep that pressure going with only 30 seconds on the clock. They're running out of time.
Yeah, and here I don't think we'll be seeing anything new happen with 30 seconds on the clock. I think the series will end in the same score as the game is going to end, unless something unexpected, fun, magical even happens here with Derek clearing it off to the side. Bolton, maybe NBC Scrub able to go out with one more for the road. Unlikely as Corona gets it down. And that is, I do believe, it for today's last series of the day. Infinity edging out everyone. My bad. Infinity edging out Galactic. 3-1 in the series and 3-1 on the last game.
Sorry, edging out everybody. Jeezums.
That would be a load of work.
I would say that'd be a lot of work, but oh my lord. All right. But anyways, as we continue to wait here, we're going to see if our winners here are going to want to come in for an interview so we can talk to them and get their perspective of Dairy Cow. Never mind, no interviews. Screw interviews. Screw those teams. We're leaving.
We always do winners interviews at least, but okay, we have a small change in plans here, folks. We're just going to wrap up here with the series. Any thoughts on what you think might be happening with the team's futures here, Blitz?
I think right now, currently, we're getting. I think the big things we're gonna have to watch out here is Team Galactic. They got to try all their rosters. They got to try all their players in different combinations. They now have the knowledge of what works best for them and what they feel works best for them. So I'm very excited to see how that comes into play. As for the other team of Derry, their low rank is doing a great job of holding, and if he can continue to do that, that team will be a great team with Derry. So we're just gonna have to see if they can continue with that, because like I said, when Derry was getting snuffed out by Galactic, it really hurt them big time. So I feel like it really comes down to, can Derry handle the...
Anything? Proclamations?
Yeah, I mean...
Wait.
Oh.
1 second. Wait, do we have audio now? Okay, we should be good ahead. Anyway, Daddy, feelings, thoughts, proclamations, what's good, what went wrong, just everything. Spill it on us.
I mean, I just kind of had to work around my teammates. I mean, haven't really played much before this, but I was just trying to play around them and ended up working out, except for that second game. I think they were definitely keeping me under control for the most part. But yeah, seemed to be going pretty well.
That's obviously great to hear. Now, I do have my own little question for you. As we see a lot of these teams that are going to be playing one really high rank and one really low rank, like your guys' case, what are you going to do with these teams that are going to decide to put a lot of pressure on you, try to go for demos, try to boost our view? Like, what is your plan to kind of combat that so you can playing at your best game?
Um, yeah, I mean, I probably will try to watch some other games and see what other teams are doing bad and doing good, and see what I can take advantage of and try to forward that to my team and um, get some more scrims in and go from there, I guess.
That sounds like a perfect plan here. I did have a small tangent there during the broadcast. A thing you might share in common there with Shadow Dweller, something called the Daddy Files. Do you think you've added onto them in this series, and do you plan on adding to them? Maybe a demo call out, calling back to you in your brain.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think I've had a few or whatever there in that series, but I probably will definitely add some more in this season.
Definitely
Definitely.
happens to the best of us. I know from personal experience happens to the best of us. Blitz, any other questions for our man, the myth, the legend, Daddy Cow?
Um, how are you going to be feeling going into week 2 here?
Um, I mean, it depends, but we'll see. I think we should get some more scrims in, and we should be fine.
Huh, okay, okay. I like that answer. I like that answer.
Okay, that will be all for us. Any other remarks you want to say to your fans? I see you do have a fan club in chat right now, courtesy of Daniel
Um,
and the other
yes,
people here. Do you have anything to say to your avid fans?
yes. Shout out Daniel, goated duo.
No. Okay, Danny, thank you. Wonderful.
Yep,
We will be escorting you out the premises now. Thank you for the interview, thank you for your time, and thank you for the games.
yep. Thank you too.
Yep, thank you
Have
for
a good one,
having me.
chap. Now,
All
Blitz,
right.
here on screen we have something that needs a little attention as we're being reminded by the gods above. Do you have anything to say about the season 3 partners?
Number one, my team AFK is no longer AFK. They are LAG. Learn, adapt, and grow. We're gonna be changing that. Don't worry. Otherwise, there's a lot of feared on teams right there. Most hated, one of the most feared teams being the winners of last season and being a very strong team this season. We also have Shadow Dwellers team of Reapers also coming out here. They're going to be another team to watch out for. LAG, my team, not to toot my own horn, but we did really good against Spacebound Cowboys, but no credit lost to Spacebound Cowboys also being another very strong team this season. There's a lot of strong teams here. Another team that I also really want to shout out is Metal Turtles. They were on everybody's bottom 5. I like everyone had them 15th or lower on their lists, and they proceeded to reverse sweep HSA, who was like a middle grounds team. Which sure, that doesn't sound crazy, but that is a team that a lot of people were expecting to do bad, playing good against a better team than them. So hopefully, maybe we'll see more out of that from Metal Turtles.
Oh, and I hope we do. We also had some other upsets happen around the league. Thunderbolts getting the edge in the unfortunate series of yesteryear. Then we had Nameless, well, which will remain Nameless for week 1. We will bounce back in week 2. I mark my words here. 1NE. Again, a strong team. We haven't seen them play yet. The captainship there in the series didn't find a usable schedule just yet, but we might have a match coming soon, hopefully. And who else do we have in here? Lone Star Velocity, Hydra performing very well. Team Bloom, a team who was again, like you mentioned with Metal Turtles, in the bottom 5, in the bottom 2 of everyone's power rankings. Coming out on top against some strong teams, against some strong competition with good composure there, using their players as good as today's team of Infinity Creative did with Daddy Cow. I think we have a lot to look forward to here, especially the fact that we will be having more games next week.
100% here. So as you guys are waiting and watching, week 2 is going to be coming up here next week. So mark your schedules, mark your calendars, because there's going to be a whole bunch more great games for the second and last season for the last week for the preseason. Another thing to remember is every team is going to have to drop their 5th player or their secondary sub. So we're going to have to watch out. You're going to be seeing team cuts. You're going to see team rate changes, roster changes. So watch out for all of that because that is all going to really shake things up here for the week 2.
Exactly. Blitz, I think that has been a message addressed strictly to you here.
Oh no. Who, where, when?
If you go into the discussion, I believe
Oh
a
boy,
sponsor wants to be shouted
it's a
out.
Discord.
It's a
Uh-oh.
Discord, yes.
Oh.
Nevertheless, while Blitz finds his bearings, I think we have a lot to look forward here, especially starting the season. The competition is tough, and hopefully the teams will wring out the best out of their players through coaching sessions, through tantric yoga, through whatever the team leadership may even find in their back pocket. Now, Blitz, did you find your bearings?
Yes, I did find my bearings. Making a quick shout out to Overlooked Entertainment. Thank you again so much, Ralph, for doing all of this, keeping the stream, doing the production side of things. We love you very much. Everyone give a huge shout out to Ralph. Great guy, awesome to talk to. I fucking hate him. I'm joking. Much love. Yeah, shout out to Overlooked. Overlooked Entertainment is going to be in RLCS. Their main team is going to be RLCS in April 19th at 3 p.m. EST. So if you want to go tune into that on April 19th, by all means. But there's also going to probably be league matches on April 19th. So fuck them. You guys are going to be here at Champions League as we watch more games, more exciting gameplay with your best caster. I'm really not, but I like gassing myself. Thank you guys so
No.
much.
No. Now, with the R rating slowly creeping in from the back door here, courtesy of Blitz, we'll be, I'm guessing, rating out for tonight, as we need to, spread the word of Champions League around and about the RL community. Is there anyone of note currently doing the thing online, or do we have the lame kind of ending here with just the stream shut off?
Queso's just chatting.
Queso's just chatting. I
Got
do not think we need to.
34,000 viewers.
Actually, we do have someone still going here. I do believe, if I do check myself, we
Got Alpha Cap
do
streaming right
have
now.
Monkey Shines still going. A person who has popped in here with me yesterday with the unfortunate end series in a forfeit win for Thunderbolts. I think Monkey Shines TV deserves a little recognition here. So if we could get a raid on that one from the beautiful, beautiful admin team. Daniel,
Love
that's
you,
you.
Ralph. Oh yeah, Daniel, love you too, man. And again, thank you all very much. And not to shout out myself, but I do stream.
You're
I don't know
still
if Ufin does.
say again.